The UFC is bigger than ever, record-breaking pay-per-views, multi-billion-dollar media deals, and global expansion. But there's one fight they just can't seem to win, and that's against Piracy.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Hey, make sure they stream it illegally and don't buy the pay-per-view.
For years, Dana White has made it his mission to shut down illegal streams.
You don't know how into this I am. I'm very, very into this. And we were going to go after one of the big ones tonight, and they did not stream tonight. Yeah, we keep doing what we're doing.
And the UFC has spent millions in legal battles, issued countless threats, and promised to take down streamers once and for all for over a decade now. And if you're watching this, you know that piracy is more rampant than ever. According to a front office sports report, illegal streaming costs the sports industry billions every year, and the UFC is easily one of the hardest hit organizations. But how much money have they actually lost, and is their approach to fighting piracy just making the problem worse? The UFC relies more on pay-per-view revenue than almost any other sports organization. Unlike the NFL, NBA, or even WWE, which all use some form of subscription-based streaming now, the UFC still operates under a pay-per-view first model. It's fighting, I mean that's the normal model. This means fans have to pay around $80 per event, not including an ESPN Plus subscription, which is required to purchase the pay-per-view, so that's nearly $1,000 per year just to watch the biggest fights. And is that worth it right now? For hardcore fans, it's probably a price that they're willing to pay, I guess, but for casual viewers, many are choosing to go a different route, let's say. Illegal streams offer the same content, often in high quality now too, for free. And with rising pay-per-view costs and more frequent events, more people are turning to piracy than just ever before. The UFC knows this, and Dana White has made it clear. I mean, if you're a streamer, we're coming for you, he says.
You criminal. Yeah, we're coming after you.
But how effective has the UFC actually been in stopping piracy? According to Front Office Sports, sports leagues collectively lose over $28 billion annually due to piracy. And while it's difficult to pinpoint exactly how much the UFC has lost, estimates suggest that it could be in the hundreds of millions per year and potentially billions over the last decade. And here's why. A single UFC event can have millions of illegal viewers worldwide, and these are potential paying customers that the UFC just never converts. Even if only 10% of illegal viewers would have bought the pay-per-view, that's tens of millions of dollars in lost revenue per event. Less revenue means fighters have less leverage in negotiations, fueling the ongoing debate about low fighter pay, at least that's the UFC's stance. Regardless, the numbers are staggering, and the bigger issue is why so many people are choosing illegal streams in the first place. Thank you for choosing this video as well, and if you're enjoying, a like and subscribe would mean everything, and it's also free. The UFC, however, is not free. They've raised pay-per-view prices consistently over the years. I mean, just a few years ago, a UFC event costed $49.99, and today it's $79.99, a 60% increase. Meanwhile, streaming services like DAZN offer an entire year of combat sports for around $224 or $20 per month. Many fans aren't necessarily against paying for the fights, but they feel like the UFC just isn't offering enough value for the price right now. In 2024, TKO Group President Mark Shapiro directly blamed ESPN's aggressive UFC pay-per-view pricing for the explosion of illegal streaming. According to Bloody Elbow, ESPN's decision to hike prices pushed more fans toward piracy, making the problem worse. However, as someone who grew up on the internet and still lives on the internet, of course that's also a thought that you can get nearly anything for free. And at this point, it's not just about the affordability, it's also about the convenience on top of it. Piracy isn't just free, it's becoming easier now. I mean, many illegal streaming sites offer seamless access with fewer barriers than ESPN Plus or UFC Fight Pass. Even if you have to click out of some ads for local singles in your area, actually, pause. Let me just say something. If you are hosting a fight party, right? First, I'm gonna say you should always just buy the fights. We do not condone or promote pirating on this channel, trust me. But if you are hosting the fight party, you absolutely have to buy the real thing. We do not want to see porn ads with the boys or, God forbid, your parents, okay? Well, as piracy and embarrassment grows, the UFC has been forced to fight back harder each year. That's what she said. Can they win this battle? I mean, the UFC has invested millions into anti-piracy efforts. Their legal team aggressively targets illegal streaming platforms, filing lawsuits and working with law enforcement to shut down major offenders. In 2021, Dana White publicly threatened a specific illegal streamer, claiming the UFC was tracking them and would take them down.
You kind of stirred the pot a little bit with the piracy, the online streamers. They want to come after you and give this thing away. So, any regret? It kind of maybe stirring the pot a little bit.
I'm glad you asked me about that because we got one. We got him. We're watching this guy right now. All you have to do is turn it on Saturday, and we got you, fucker. I can't wait. Turn it on Saturday, streamers, and see what happens.
The response? The streamer openly mocked the UFC and no high-profile arrests have followed. Now, I will say the UFC's legal team has had some success. Websites have been taken down and lawsuits have resulted in settlements, but new streams pop up just as quickly as old ones disappear. There are three major reasons why the UFC can't fully stop piracy. Many illegal streamers operate in countries where copyright laws are weak, making legal action very difficult. Some, like Stream East, even shared this. But beyond these websites, UFC events are streamed across Discord, Twitch, Reddit, and IPTV services, making them extremely hard to track. I mean, come on, it's too much. And as the UFC cracks down, the piracy methods become just more sophisticated. Many platforms have figured it out, for the time being at least. No matter how much money the UFC spends on stopping piracy, it's for now looking like an unwinnable battle. Other sports organizations have recognized this, and instead of fighting piracy, they've changed their business models to reduce the incentive for the illegal streaming. The UFC could continue down the same path, raising pay-per-view prices, tightening access, and threatening legal action. So far, that approach hasn't worked. The UFC could take a page from the WWE's old model, where fans paid a flat monthly fee for unlimited events. The WWE saw success with this before transitioning to Peacock, where fans get premium content as part of a broader streaming package, and now with Netflix too, their product is just continuing to explode. There's no perfect solution, obviously, but one thing is clear for the UFC: their current strategy just isn't working. So what do you think they could even do at this point? Piracy has cost the UFC billions, and as long as pay-per-view prices continue to rise and the internet's age and overall attitude continues to remain very entitled, it's only gonna get worse. The UFC can either adapt its business models or continue fighting what seems to be an unwinnable war against illegal streaming and the internet. Let's talk about it in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, firstly, thank you so much. I appreciate you all so much for watching, and you can check out 2 of my other videos here on screen. I'll see you over there.